A few weeks ago, Jeong, aka Mamaguy, was a famous TikToker with 55 million followers and a spot in Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia. Now, he is a convicted felon, exposed for some of the most gruesome crimes. How did this terrible person hide behind a relatable internet character? Do more TikTokers use this platform as a way to hide their true personality? This is the terrifying case of Mamaguy.
Mama!
This was Mamaguy's trademark. He would test various trends on TikTok, and if they were true, he would yell out, "Mama," in his go-to baby-like voice. But his relatable, playful personality was so far away from what he was actually doing when the cameras weren't rolling. Jeong was born on November 19, 1996, and made his TikTok debut in 2020. By the time he was 27, he was featured in the Forbes magazine 30 Under 30. In 2023, he was making serious revenue from TikTok as he had amassed a shocking 55 million followers. He was Korea's most followed non-celebrity TikTok content creator. He posted every single day, keeping his fans happy and ensuring he kept his fan base growing. He had almost zero negative comments. His simple, funny, friendly-looking videos had nothing eerie to them. Nothing that could have people thinking, hey, this guy could be nasty. So when Mamaguy altogether disappeared from the internet, people were worried. His last video was dated July 22nd, 2023, and there was full radio silence afterward. Perhaps something happened to him, his fans thought as they were looking for answers. But in December 2023, a heartbreaking piece of news broke out. Jeong was not the victim, but the perpetrator of a terrible crime. In news all across South Korea, Mamaguy was identified as Influencer A. In the news reports, it was said that Influencer A and another man had been arrested for SA against a woman known only as Woman B. According to SBS, Influencer A and one other man was arrested for sexually assaulting a woman. The incident allegedly transpired after a social gathering where they had drinks with Woman B. Subsequently, they took her to the other man's residence and allegedly assaulted her while she was unconscious. Woman B reported the incident to the police, citing that she heard recording noises when she woke up after having fallen asleep and realized she got sexually assaulted by both men. Things got even more dramatic. According to the authorities' report, Mamaguy refused to open the door when the officers came knocking. Authorities ended up calling the fire department to force the door open. The news report hid Mamaguy's identity, but they did post a blurred photo of him. This was enough for many of his 55 million followers to recognize him. It was official. Mamaguy had been exposed as a monster. On December 15th, the Seoul Gangnam police station announced they would be forwarding Mamaguy's case to the prosecution. For SA-ing an unconscious person, Mamaguy faced up to 7 years behind bars. With so many fans left in shock and disbelief, the online reaction to his arrest was huge. One person commented, "Why? I mean why? You destroy your future and everything." Guys, that's why I'm always saying everything on social media is not the true face of people. Guys, seriously, we don't know about behind the story. Now it's time to call Mama. It's not even about destroying his future. It's about him destroying someone else's life. SA is one of the most horrible things that can happen to a person. Most victims of SA never recover emotionally. They feel used, abused, hurt, and betrayed in the worst ways imaginable. Sometimes they feel tremendous shame and find it hard to talk about it, even with their closest people. And yet, the perpetrator rarely feels shame. That's the rough irony. Mamaguy left millions of people disappointed. The fans themselves felt betrayed by a person who acted as this funny, relatable person. It takes a special kind of person to hide behind such a positive facade when that's what you're really like. Some people treated it with a bit of humor. I stopped trusting the cute ones. Others simply said how shocked they were to find out he wasn't who he said he was. I still can't believe it. I'm shocked I can't believe it. Other people's love for the Mamaguy hasn't changed since the shocking news hit their screen. They argue that 7 years is too much for their favorite influencer, and some even say they don't believe the allegations are true. This is the dark side of fame. Influencers, as says their name, have a lot of influence over their followers. Some are willing to turn a blind eye to horrific stories just so they can keep loving their favorite TikToker. It's truly heartbreaking when a victim, such as Woman B, gets ignored or even accused of lying just because people prefer to believe their side side of the story. The poor woman went through hell, then had a hospital confirm her SA, and the authorities tracked down and arrest the perpetrators. One of them was famous, the other one wasn't. Surprisingly, only the famous one is getting defended by some of his fans. Why 7 years? It's too much. Poor mama boy. On X, the attitudes are just as varied. Mama boy, how could you? He can assault someone. SA on who? I guess on one of the BTS members. Someone was quick to pinpoint a major issue as soon as news of Mama Boy's arrest broke out, waiting for the teenage girls to start talking that he should be free because he is sexy. Sounds about right. Now, it might not be just teenage girls who would find excuses for young, good-looking TikTokers. Throughout true crime history, there have been killers, male or female, who used their charm and good looks to get a lesser punishment. Others were criticized for being let off the hook precisely because of this. When Brooke Skylar Richardson was arrested, the whole country was in shock. She had had a baby in secret, delivered her in her family's bathroom, then took her life and buried her in their backyard.
I had the baby and I didn't.
Okay, hold on a second. When you say you had the baby, where were you?
I was in my bathroom. It just came out when I pushed and it was breathing.
She claimed the baby was stillborn and there was nothing she could do.
I put her in my arms, I tried to hold her, and she's breathing. She doesn't have a heartbeat. She's not breathing.
How did you, I know the breathing part you can kind of tell and see. Did you ever hear a cry or a whimper?
But even if that is true, this is not how you proceed. Skylar could have phoned 911 and had paramedics try to save her daughter's life. To her family's shock, she had kept her entire pregnancy a secret. She was so embarrassed of becoming a teen mom that she preferred this way out. In the courtroom, Skylar's loved ones heard how her baby's remains were covered in burns. She had tried to light it on fire before burying it in a shallow grave. It was the stuff of nightmares. And yet, Skylar's verdict was as follows.
With regard to count 1, we, the jury in the above captioned case, find the defendant, Brooke Skylar Richardson, not guilty of the offense of aggravated murder.
She was only convicted of gross abuse of a and sentenced to 3 years probation. Many people commented that, had she not been pretty, or even more heartbreakingly, had she not been white, her case would have gone very differently. In Mamaguy's case, we already have the divisive comments and the TikTok followers who want their idol out. It seems easier to stick to what you know than accept the new horrible reality. But at this point, Mamaguy's followers have no influence over his case. Seo Won-jong has since claimed that the intercourse was consensual and that the charges for the illegal filming have been dropped due to the lack of evidence on his phone. However, if the detectives wanted to, they could retrieve deleted videos from any phone and the charges could be brought again if Woman B wanted to. Mamaguy's management company, Sunent, refuses to release a statement on the incident. The wheels of justice move slow, and as the details of his last January 2024 hearing have not been released, Mamaguy's fate remains uncertain. If his case goes to trial and he is found guilty, Mamaguy will spend 7 years behind bars along with his accomplice. If he is found not guilty, he could be released right away. But would he go back to his TikTok stardom, and could he retain his fans after all that happened? He has now become a divisive character, with some people commenting to boycott his social media and unfollow him, and others defending him and hoping he gets released from jail. This scandal stands as a powerful reminder of the responsibilities that come with online fame. Seo Won-jong's case highlights the importance of accountability and ethical conduct. SA shouldn't be a thing anymore, and behaving like this, when you have literally 50 million people following you, is beyond disgusting. Influencers, perhaps more than other people, should behave responsibly, as they know they have so much power over their followers. The online world is just as real as the offline one. Looks can be deceiving, and so can TikTok personalities. It's up to us to be on the right side of justice and decide when a person's behavior warrants an unfollow. Hey, thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on the Mamaguy case, and what punishment do you think he should get? Let me know in a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave.